Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a little mobile edition of the MK Productions podcast. I'm your host, Mac, joining here as usual with my co-host, with most Kristen. I am not on my regular PC. I'm going live on the mobile edition, but we're still doing a fun regular episode today. Kristen, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, Mac, but I'm so happy about today's latest episode.
We got early access to the newest action film coming out this Friday in theaters, The Furious. Kristen was able to sit down and talk to the director as well too, who some of you may find familiar. Kristen, can you let us know what does The Furious entail and what are the folks getting in store for this episode?
We got to talk to director Kenji Tanigaki as well as one of the stars, Joe Taslim. Here's the story of the Furious. A father fights fiercely against ruthless criminals to save his abducted daughter. I really enjoyed the action in this one, Mac. I also really enjoyed the performances. Did you enjoy Mac?
I did. I love this movie a lot. This was definitely one of the common comparisons that I made to it. And when I went online, to kind of just see other people's sentiment, is that it was really comparable to the Raid. I love the Raid movies, especially the first one. It is like the Raid movies are definitely one of the templates for like that genre of action, kind of what John Wick was inspired to be. Kind of considering we don't have like a lot of action films like the mainstream action movies, like they're fine, but I like these kind of like independent ones because they're more like they're awesome to watch. And Furious was something where I saw the trailer and I remember when he told me that we're gonna be able to talk to the star and the director of this movie. I was like, oh, cool, because I was telling my mom like, yo, the Furious is gonna be like this. Actually looks like a really fun movie. And I
It
loved it. The
was.
action was superb. The cinematography was great, and I think what this movie stands out about it, I like the most, is that the performances really helped carry the film as well too. It's not just a movie where it's just nonstop action. It actually takes its time to pace itself and build to that action, so it gives a proper good resolution to the action.
Yeah. So let's get into the interviews. I'm so happy you enjoyed the film. But first, we're going to start off our interview with Kenji. And after that, you're going to hear some transition music as we go into the interview with Joe. But we hope you enjoy these interviews. Hi, Mr. Kenji. How are
Hi, Kristen.
you?
Great. You're right. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you as well. I watched The Furious last night.
For last time.
Whoa, nonstop action. I loved it. It was so heart pounding. Loved every single minute of it.
Thank
What
you.
sparked your interest to direct The Furious?
Um, because Bill Kong, our producer asked me, "Hey, Kenji, let's make the ultimate action movie." So I don't know what ultimate means because yeah, different a lot of meaning, but we must analyze what is our strong point because we
Yeah.
made a lot of different kind of action movie, but. For example, making a sci-fi action film with a lot of VFX is not our style. Many people uh, can do the better job than us, right? And
Hmm.
maybe some of the car chase and the car explosion. Oh, not our strongest point.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's back to basic. Just use our body, use our
Mhm.
human body to make the make the ultimate action film. That's my that's my approaching.
Now, getting into the film, given your past work, how did you approach directing all the action scenes?
Mm, in the past, I made a lot of manga adaptation,
Hmm.
manga and live adaptation. This time it's more grounded,
Yeah.
because not from manga. So it's like the unplugged music. It's unplugged. So it's more, rely on the actor's skill and not rely on the other technique like CG or a wire, less wire and less CG, and rely on the actor's skill and the actor's ability and the
Hmm.
actor's acting. Yeah, is more grounded.
Xie Miao and Joe Taslim were just so incredible here. Not only did I enjoy their performances, but I really loved the characters that they portrayed. What was it like working with them and bringing them on for this project?
day one we already have Xie Miao who played the mute. Um,
Hmm.
because I've known him for long years, so many years. So it's very good suggestion. And he need a partner because this movie is
Hmm.
another kind of the body movie. So he need a partner. So the best way is a partner should be the different from him, like the Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, right? So
Yeah.
I realized, oh, maybe Joe Taslim because I've known him for too. So Joe Taslim is good because his fighting style, his
Yeah.
judo. He was a judo national team of Indonesia before. All the
Oh.
different style and the different outfit, and yeah, he will talk too much, right? So that's very good combination. That's why I asked him to do this part. Yeah.
Well, I loved the chemistry between the two of them. I'm sure you had a lot of preparation for this film. I'm sure the actors had a lot of training. Could you go into a little bit more detail about that?
Hmm. Our prep start 3 months before. 3 months before the start date. Uh,
Hmm.
choreograph team start the choreograph in Tokyo. Our location is in Bangkok. So they start the choreograph in Tokyo, and 1 month and a half before the shooting, moved to Bangkok, and our cast moving Bangkok, and our DP moving to Bangkok, put together get together, and then every day they training in our training room. So our stunt boys are moving around and our DP is shooting around. So that's very good collaboration.
Hmm. Now, getting into your cinematography work, because not only you are an awesome director, but your cinematography work is so amazing. How has that helped you shape to become the director that you are?
Um, cinematographer, believe it or not, our DP, he has never shot action movie before.
Ah, okay.
But I really don't care because good cinematographer also can be the good cinematographer for the action. So because I need his look, his vision, and his color and his lighting, right? So um that's why I asked him come join our team as early as
Okay.
possible. So I put him on this our rehearsal room, and
Right.
yeah, he did a great job. And I my request to the camera is very simple. Just to put chase the object and put the object in the center of the frame. For
Hmm.
example, the car is jumping,
Hmm.
uh, follow the car, catching the car on the center of the frame. It's like the George Miller approach when he
Yes.
shot the Mad Max Fury Road. You know that. So it's easy to recognize for the audience. So because our movement is too fast, but
Yeah.
so because of too fast, camera cannot, you know, lost lose lose a movement. So every time how the choreograph complicated or how the movement fast, camera should chase and should put the object in the center of the frame. So that's my request, and it's very simple.
Hello, I'm Kristen. How are you?
Hello, Christine. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm even better getting to talk to you today. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to speak with me. I watched The Furious a few days ago. Boy, is
Mhm.
that action packed, so thrilling, intense. I told Kenji yesterday my heart was literally pounding every single minute. I have to ask you right away, what sparked your interest to take part in this film?
Well, because of Kenji, it's so easy.
Yeah, I mean, he's
I'm
so.
a huge fan of Kenji, I've been following his career for the last 10 years. As a person actor who's doing martial arts as well, it's a dream for everybody who's, in action world to work with Kenji. So when he flew to Jakarta to meet me, and we had a dinner, and he proposed to Furious to me. It was easy to say yes. Of
Yeah.
course, he didn't have to come to Jakarta to for
Yeah.
me to say yes. He could just text me, "Hey, would you like to be in my movie?" I would definitely say yes. So I trust him, and then I trust his vision, and then you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
This guy
Um,
is amazing.
well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you had a wonderful time on set, but I'm sure you also had some really challenging aspects to this role. I'm sure the stunt training was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Can you discuss a little bit about that?
Um, it was hard for me during because I did have the action movies in 16 years ago, The Raid, and then another one, Not
Hmm.
Come For Us, 2017. So after that, I did a lot of fun action movies here and there, but not. It's a different action movies. I think The Raid was heavy, considered heavy. Not Come For Us, considered heavy, and this one. So it was like what we shot it in 2023, 24. So like 6, 7 years passed.
Oh, wow.
So during the prep, my body kind of like spoiled a little bit because I haven't done any heavy ones for like 6, 7 years. So during the prep of the training when I was in Bangkok, first 2 weeks, I felt like every morning I felt like I just got crossed by a truck, and I couldn't. I walk like a grandpa every single day.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm like it was aching everywhere. So, but after that, my body realized that okay, adapted beautifully, and then from there till the end of the movie, it was fun. It was hard, but it was fun. Once my body adapted everything else. I've been in heavy action movies, so my body it takes a week for my body to realize that okay, you're doing it again, Joe. But I'm gonna give you hell for a week. All those soreness, all those things, and after I recover from that, and I'm on track.
Well, anyways, getting into your co-stars, I love everybody in this film. Everybody was so perfectly well casted. You, like I
Yeah.
said, you were great. What was it like working with your co-stars on this project?
Xie Miao.
Yes.
He's amazing, is he? He's an amazing martial artist, actor, but at the same time, such a great human being. It didn't take long for us to gel. You know,
Yeah.
it didn't take long, even though I don't really speak Mandarin. He
Yeah.
doesn't really speak English, but
I'm
through energy wise, through vibration, you meet a good person, straight away, from the frequency that you share together. So it didn't take long for us to gel, and then we're best friends now. And then I learned so much from him, and then we always trying to fill each other's gap,
yeah.
and then throughout the process of the movie, we worked together so beautifully, and we talked about it, and during like waiting sessions when sometimes you have like you gotta wait for another setup, and then we just gel. We share our culture, share our Indonesian culture, and sharing language. I taught him like a couple Indonesian words, and he taught me Mandarins.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Well, I'm happy your chemistry meshed really well together because I love seeing it on screen.
yeah.
What is one thing that you learned while being on set? Because I know you starred in so many other films and you
Yeah.
always take something away from a project you worked on. What is one thing you learned?
One thing I learned from this movie is shooting a very ambitious five-way fight is very hard. That was my first time doing a super complex choreography involving
Hmm.
four other people and fighting each other, fighting together, fighting each other, and then Kenji and Kensuke Sonomura loves long takes, and
Yeah.
then no doubles. I think they force us to do everything ourselves, and so yeah, it was hard, but it was beautiful process at the same time because not just Xie Miao, Joey, Yayan, and Brian, they're amazing people to work with. It was hard, physically, it was hard, but because everybody was, having fun, so process
Hmm.
was was hard and fun. Does it make sense?
Well, yeah, it sounds like a good combination of both. So, unfortunately, I only have time for one more question, but
Yeah,
I've read online that Bruce Lee is one of your biggest inspirations growing
yeah,
up. Do you still carry that influence into the work you do today?
yeah. Bruce Lee, huge inspiration for sure. And then I got the chance to work on his one of his Idea Warrior TV show back in 2017, 3 seasons, and then work with his daughter Shannon Lee. There's one quote from Bruce Lee that I really, really like. That I've been bringing that quote that you absorb what you can use, discard what you can't use, and then put your identity in whatever you're doing. So that's probably that kind of message. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it taught me a lot about growing forward as an actor, as a human being. There's so many things in this world that you could absorb, that you could use, but there are so many things in this world that you should discard from your vocabulary, from your
Yeah.
bank data.
Yeah.
And then, but the most important thing, you got to put yourself in every single thing you absorb.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot lose your identity.
No, you can't.
That's the most important thing. Yeah.
All right, that was a great interviews right there. I'm excited to see this movie in theaters. Don't forget, The Furious is going to be out in theaters this coming Friday, June 12th. But Kristen, did you enjoy the interviews as well?
I did. There
That's
was
a
a lot of fun. Joe was a lot of fun to talk to, and Kenji, it was so great to hear how passionate he was bringing this movie to the screen.
well. I'm excited. I might actually see this in theaters. I wouldn't mind seeing this on the big screen. To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
kind of gonna give you a break from those disclosure days and scary movies and Michaels and everything like that. But Kristen, that's gonna do it for this episode. What do we got in store for the next episode?
Coming up next, guys, our next episode will be a Disclosure Day episode. Our good friend Ryan, Project Slave, will be back to join us because we had so much fun with him last time. We thought, why not bring him back to talk Disclosure Day? We're going to have some fun with that film and talking Steven Spielberg. Lots of good, fun episodes on the way for the summer. Since summer is here, we got lots of movies planned that we plan on seeing and talking. So, yeah.
But that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, donate to our Patreon in the link description below. Make sure you check out Furious in theaters, link in the description for more information on the film. And also drop a follow on our Instagram channel, the MK Productions Podcast. Until next time, I've been Mac, this has been Kristen, and you've been listening to the MK Productions Podcast. Peace.
Bye.